Hello and welcome to what is a bitterly cold and frosty England. But let's try and heat things up a little bit with the latest entrance to the hot hatchback arena, the DS3 Performance. More specifically, this is the Black Edition. Being the Black Edition, this car receives stealthy matte black paintwork and a contrasting gold roof. I think in tandem with these large alloy wheels and its widened track and squatted ride height, it really looks rather evil, particularly when it's lurking in the shadows of the high street. And those detailed LED lights at the front are like staring into the eyes of a transformer. Whilst it most certainly marks itself out as a hot hatchback visually, it does have an air of sophistication to it, which is definitely what DS are going for with this car. Whilst it does share underpinnings with the Peugeot 208 GTI, it's more of a civilised car. It's most definitely a DS. The interior feels rather special too. You'll find these carbon fibre trimmings all over, real carbon fibre elements to the steering wheel. Okay, the gold dashboard may be a little bit much for my taste, but we're not the fashion police. Some people might like it. But inside that dashboard you'll find a touchscreen infotainment display that's capable of Apple CarPlay and MirrorLink. The interior also plays host to these great racing seats that have fantastic support from the thigh to the ribs to the shoulders. They really are great body hugging seats. Although said seats do cut down into the amount of interior space that rear occupants have. That rear bench seats 3, but it's a bit of a squeeze for adults. Children, you'll probably be okay. When it comes to the boot, it's exactly the same as what the DS3 hatchback has. When meandering around town, you see that the DS3 has pretty good visibility all the way around, although those large alloy wheels do have a habit of thumping into potholes. Combine that with a rather stiff ride, and you've got to be ready and expecting a rough and ready ride with this car whenever you go into purchasing it. Obviously, the flip side of that is the performance gained by having a stiff suspension setup. Under the bonnet is a 1.6 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine producing 210 PS, or about 205-207 brake horsepower. That's enough to get this car from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds and onto a top speed of 143 miles per hour. Clearly, the DS Performance is not a slow car. Between the front wheels you'll find a limited slip differential, and that helps rein in the torque steer. There is still some, but nothing a firm grip of the wheel can't deal with. And swapping cogs comes down to this 6-speed manual transmission, which is pretty slick. Get some heat into the Michelin Pilot Super Sport tyres that it has in each corner, and you'll find that winding ribbons of tarmac become roller coasters. It just grips and grips and grips, and it really enables you to deploy the performance that is on offer. That aforementioned stiff ride enables very little in the way of body roll. The DS3 Performance is undeniably one of the fastest cars in its class. That is not in question, not even slightly. But it does lack that fizz, that excitement that the likes of the Fiesta ST has. In being prim and proper and a DS and everything, it sort of takes a grown-up attitude to a rather childish topic, which is a hot hatchback. They're meant to be a bit rebellious. They're meant to be two fingers up to the establishment. That is what a hot hatchback is. It's a car that has its cake and eats it. It seats the family, but can go as quickly as, you know, the boss's second-hand Porsche. So the DS has this clash of personalities. It lacks that raspy exhaust note because it's far too boisterous. But it also has a really firm ride. So you see where this clash comes from. The manufacturer claims that you can get 52 mpg combined and emit just 125 grams per kilometre of CO2. A starting price of £22,995 is not cheap, and other rivals do offer better value. However, with the DS, I think you'll be buying something pretty rare, and certainly in this Black Edition, I think you'll seldom see one. And then also there's the performance. Whatever negatives this car has, it is undeniably fast.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for all of the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For breaking news and written reviews, visit www.insidelane.co.uk.